Did you know that something as simple as how fast you walk could reveal more about your future health than some medical tests? After 70, the signs your body gives you, often quietly, could be telling you how many years are still ahead. Stick with me. What you'll hear today might just change the way you view aging and how to approach it. Welcome to my Senior Health Tips, a space dedicated for your health and well-being. And I'm your guide to calm, trusted, doctor-reviewed advice made especially for graceful aging. Whether you're over 70 or caring for someone who is, this channel is your space for clarity, comfort, and control over your health journey. Today, we're uncovering 7 signs that researchers have found that may help predict how long we live after 70 and what you can do about them, starting now. Because aging isn't about slowing down. It's about tuning into what your body is gently trying to tell you. These signs aren't meant to scare you. They're quiet and meaningful signals backed by science. And most importantly, many of them are within your power to influence. Watch till the end because sign 6 will surprise you. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. Like this video and share to seniors and elders whom you think might need this video. It could just save a senior's life. Sign 1, walking speed. A lifespan signal hidden in plain sight. Let's begin with something surprisingly powerful. Your walking speed. According to research from the University of Pittsburgh and published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, walking speed in older adults is closely linked to life expectancy. In their study of over 34,000 people aged 65 and older, scientists found that those who walked faster than 1 meter per second, that's just over 2.2 miles per hour, tended to live significantly longer than those with slower walking speeds. It wasn't about athleticism. It was about overall vitality. Here's a real-life example. A woman named Ellen, age 76, had always been independent and active in her garden and church. But after noticing she'd started walking more slowly and feeling tired after short trips to the kitchen, her doctor took it seriously. A few simple walking tests led to early intervention, physical therapy, vitamin D support, and a gentle daily walking habit. Today, she walks every morning, slowly but with strength, and feels years younger. Walking speed isn't just about legs. It reflects the health of your heart, lungs, muscles, nerves, and even your brain. The National Institute on Aging calls it a vital sign for older adults, much like blood pressure. And here's the best part. It's something you can improve, aiming for just 20 to 30 minutes of walking each day. Even broken into short walks after meals or during errands can build strength, boost mood, and add years and energy to your life. Sign 2, grip strength, the hidden indicator of longevity. Next on our list is something that might surprise you, your grip strength. It's not just about opening jars or holding a walking cane. According to research published in The Lancet and supported by the International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis, lower grip strength in older adults is strongly associated with shorter life expectancy, even more than blood pressure in some studies. But what does grip strength really tell us? It's a reflection of your overall muscle function, nerve health, and even how well your heart and lungs are working together. Weak grip doesn't mean you're weak-willed. It often signals that the body is losing muscle mass and coordination, which can impact balance, mobility, and independence. Here's a relatable story. John, a retired mechanic from Ohio, was always active with his hands, fixing cars, gardening, tinkering in the garage. At 74, he noticed he was struggling to unscrew bottle caps and carry grocery bags. At first, he brushed it off as aging, but after a fall while reaching for a heavy pot, his doctor did a grip strength test, a simple squeeze of a handheld device. His results were low for his age, and it was a wake-up call. Physical therapy introduced him to basic hand exercises using resistance balls and light weights. 6 months later, John wasn't just stronger. He was steadier on his feet, more confident, and more engaged in daily life again. Experts now consider grip strength a biological age marker, a real-time clue to how your body is aging on the inside. One major global study even found that each 5-kilogram decrease in grip strength was associated with 16% higher risk of death from all causes. The good news? Improving grip strength is simple, safe, and low impact. Try gently squeezing a rubber stress ball, doing light hand curls with 1 to 3 pound weights, or using a towel twist exercise. Just a few minutes a day can help maintain strength and independence. Sign 3, social connection. The lifespan secret most people overlook. Now, Let's talk about something you won't find on a lab test, but maybe just as important as any medical number: your social connections. Research from Harvard University's 80-year study of adult development, one of the longest-running studies in history, found that strong social relationships are the single biggest predictor of long-term health and happiness, even more than wealth, IQ, or cholesterol. But this isn't about how many friends you have. It's about the quality of your connections, feeling seen, heard, and valued by even just one or two people. Whether it's a partner, family member, neighbor, or even someone you chat with weekly at church or the grocery store. Human connection protects your brain, your heart, and your mood. Let me share the story of Mrs. Lillian, age 84. After losing her husband, Lillian found herself drifting into loneliness, something she hadn't felt in decades. Her days became quiet. Her sleep got worse. She stopped cooking real meals. Her daughter, worried, encouraged her to join a local seniors book circle. At first, Lillian resisted, but eventually she went, and something shifted. That one weekly meeting gave her a reason to get dressed, laugh again, and even rediscover her love for poetry. 6 months later, her doctor noted improved blood pressure, more stable weight, and fewer complaints of joint pain. What changed? Just one simple, meaningful human connection, regularly. The Centers for Disease Control, CDC, now lists social isolation in older adults as a serious public health risk, linked to higher risks of dementia, heart disease, depression, and even early death. Loneliness has been shown to increase the risk of premature death as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Sign 4. Sleep quality. What your nights say about your years. The fourth sign that can help predict longevity after 70 is one you feel every night: your sleep quality. And we're not just talking about how many hours you lie in bed. What truly matters is how deep, restful, and consistent your sleep is. Research from the National Institute on Aging in a 2021 study published in Nature Communications shows that poor sleep in older adults is strongly linked to shorter lifespan, memory decline, heart disease, and even weakened immune response. Let me share the story of Robert, age 79. He had always been sharp and independent. Loved crossword puzzles and woodworking. But over time, his memory seemed a little foggier. He'd nod off during the day and wake up 2 or 3 times a night. At first, he thought it was just normal aging. But during a checkup, his doctor asked one simple question: "How are you sleeping?" And that changed everything. With a referral to a sleep specialist, Robert discovered he had undiagnosed sleep apnea, a condition where breathing pauses during sleep. After using a nighttime breathing device and adopting better sleep habits, Robert didn't just sleep better. He felt more alert, more balanced, and more himself. Science confirms what Robert learned firsthand. Quality sleep is a cornerstone of healthy aging. In fact, seniors who consistently get 6.5 to 8 hours of restful sleep tend to have better cognitive function, mood, metabolism, and even lower risk of falls. So what can you do if sleep is a struggle? Here are a few simple, proven tips for seniors. Stick to a regular sleep schedule. Wake up and go to bed at the same time, even on weekends. Limit naps to under 30 minutes, ideally early in the day. Turn off bright screens an hour before bed, and keep your bedroom cool and quiet. Try calming bedtime routines like herbal tea, light stretching, or soft music. And most importantly, don't be afraid to talk to your doctor. Sleep problems are common and treatable. Sign 5. Appetite and weight change. What your body may be telling you. The fifth sign that may predict your health and longevity after 70 is one that many people ignore: a sudden change in appetite or unexplained weight loss. At first glance, it might seem harmless, even welcome. But according to the Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins Medicine, unexpected weight loss in older adults can be an early sign of underlying issues like malnutrition, depression, digestive disorders, or even cancer. Even modest, unintentional weight loss, more than 5% of body weight in 6 to 12 months, has been linked to increased risk of frailty, weakened immunity, and shorter life expectancy. Here's a story that illustrates why this matters. Margaret, age 82, was always known for her hearty cooking, stews, casseroles, and her famous lemon pound cake. But over a few months, her daughter noticed something troubling. Margaret wasn't finishing her meals. Her clothes hung a little looser. Her grocery list had gotten short. When asked, she simply said, "I just don't feel hungry anymore." Her daughter gently encouraged her to see her doctor. It turned out Margaret had early signs of anemia and depression, both of which can suppress appetite. But the good news? With nutritional counseling, support from her church group, and gentle reminders to eat small, frequent meals, Margaret began to regain both her strength and her joy in food. Margaret's story is common, and it's a reminder that our appetite is a vital sign, especially in later life. When we stop eating enough, our bodies begin to lose not just weight, but muscle, energy, and the immune support we need to stay well. Here are some gentle but effective ways to support appetite and prevent unhealthy weight loss after 70. Eat smaller meals more often, rather than forcing large ones. Focus on nutrient-dense foods: eggs, yogurt, oats, smoothies, nut butters. Add herbs or light spices if food seems bland. Taste often fades with age. Make mealtime social. Share food with friends or family when possible. If chewing is difficult, switch to soft foods or speak with your dentist. And most importantly, speak with a healthcare provider if appetite changes persist. It may be your body's quiet way of asking for help, and listening can make all the difference. Sign 6. Mental sharpness, more than just memory. The sixth sign scientists say may predict your longevity after age 70 is your mental sharpness. How clearly you think, remember, and respond to the world around you. It's not just about forgetting a name or where you place your glasses. What matters is whether your cognitive function stays strong over time. According to the Alzheimer's Association and a major study from the Rush Memory and Aging Project, older adults who maintain sharp mental skills, such as memory, problem solving, and attention, tend to live longer, more independent lives. And here's what's truly powerful. Even if you notice some decline, there are ways to slow it, and in some cases, even strengthen it. Let me introduce you to Thomas, 77. For most of his life, Thomas was an avid reader and chess player. But after retiring, he fell into a quiet routine. The TV stayed on most of the day. His books gathered dust. Soon, he noticed words coming slower. He forgot names more often. His doctor gently told him, "Your brain needs exercise just like your body." So Thomas made a few small changes. He joined a weekly trivia group at the senior center. He started journaling in the mornings and swapped TV time for short documentaries. And little by little, he began to feel sharper again. Not perfect, but present, engaged, confidence. Science backs up Thomas's experience. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities is one of the best ways to protect your brain. The Rush University study found that seniors who regularly did cognitive activities, like reading, writing, puzzles, or games, had a 47% lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. And it's not just brain games. Even learning something new, like a few words in a foreign language, a musical instrument, or a new recipe, lights up areas of the brain that help maintain memory and judgment. Here are a few gentle, brain-healthy habits for older adults. Read or listen to audiobooks daily. Play memory games or puzzles, even for just 10 minutes. Journal your thoughts or stories, and your life has value. Join a group that discusses ideas, books, current events, even faith topics. Stay socially active. Conversation is brain exercise. 2. Remember, staying mentally sharp isn't about being perfect. It's about staying curious, involved, and mentally alive. Sign 7. Sense of purpose. The lifelong fuel for living longer. The seventh and final sign that can help predict your lifespan after 70 isn't something you can measure in a blood test or see on a scale. It's something deeper, your sense of purpose. Researchers at the University of Michigan and published in JAMA Network found something remarkable. Older adults who reported having a strong sense of purpose had a lower risk of death from all causes, including heart disease and stroke, even when adjusting for physical health. In other words, when you feel like your life still matters, your body and mind fight harder to stay alive. Let me introduce you to Ms. Annie, age 86. After retiring from teaching and losing 2 close friends, Annie admitted feeling like her days blurred together. "I just don't feel needed anymore," she said. But then something changed. A local school reached out, asking if she could volunteer just one afternoon a week to help kids with reading. That small commitment gave her something powerful, a reason to get up in the morning. Annie started smiling more, walking more, and even baking again. She wasn't just living longer, she was living fuller. Science supports Annie's transformation. A 2019 study in JAMA followed over 6,000 people aged 50 and older and found that those with a strong sense of purpose had a 15% lower risk of death over the next 5 years. And purpose doesn't mean changing the world. It means doing something that makes you feel useful, valued, connected. Even in small ways, calling a friend who needs to talk, helping raise a grandchild, gardening, crafting, or sharing your story, volunteering your time or skills, mentoring someone younger, practicing faith or spiritual reflection. No matter your age, your life holds meaning, and that meaning can literally extend your years. So if you've been wondering whether you still have something to offer, the answer is yes. Purpose isn't found, it's made. One small act of meaning at a time. And it may be the greatest secret to living longer and living well. So, there you have it. 7 scientifically backed signs that can help predict your health and longevity after 70. And here's the truth. None of these signs are set in stone. Every one of them, from walking speed to sleep quality, mental sharpness to sense of purpose, can be improved with small, daily choices. Whether you're caring for someone you love or aging gracefully yourself, it's never too late to take action. You are not invisible. You are not alone. And you are absolutely still worthy of energy, joy, and purpose. Which of these signs surprise you most? Let us know in the comments. Have your own tip for healthy aging? Share it. We read everyone. Tap subscribe and the bell so you don't miss next week's senior health tip. Until next time, stay well, stay hopeful, and keep living with meaning.